1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
Hi, this is Thomas from MarsMoonSpace.com. We are looking at a hand lens imager from the MSL 1032. And this is a great picture. I really love the hand lens imager. They are some of the most clear and best images ever produced from Mars. Take a look at how clear this one is, and there is something in this image that I would like to focus on. If you haven't already noticed it, then I will show you now. Let's zoom a little bit. What we're going to look at before we're zooming is the area here, the area here, the area here, and this area here. We are going to take a look at it all here. So let's start zooming a little bit here. Take a look at this one here. What are we looking at here? This looks like some metallic frame with a 90-degree angle, smooth surface that has been covered with dust and rocks. You see, notice how it's almost standing 90-degree upright from the rock underneath it. Notice the edges, the shapes, and if you look here, you see 90-degree here, 90-degree that way also. And it looks like a little part of the corner is broken off or damaged or something. And there is a lot of something on the side. It looks like small lines. Could it be some drawings, paintings, or something? I don't know, symbols. But we must have in mind that this object here is maximum 2 or 3 centimeters tall. That's very, very small. It is a very, very small object we're looking at. And it seems like this object here is a part of another object here behind. One theory could be that it's broken in the middle. Another theory could be it's two objects, and this one is decayed a lot more than the one over here. Also notice something weird here. There is a little square frame inside of it, like some part of a structure and some pipe going up here, and this is an odd object. Remember, this is small, very, very small objects we are looking at. Very, very small. This is a nice, clear picture. I think we can get a little bit closer here to see how close we can get without destroying the picture. You see here what I mean? And it's almost looks like it's standing on 2 feet here. And you see how this corner almost broke off. This could of course be rock that was carved, but notice even the edges along here is 90-degree on the side also, and there is this object that seems to be part of, you see, like this here, also smooth, just like the front of this object. I have no idea what we are looking at here. This is the closest zoom we are gonna get on this image, and to me this object here does not look natural. Look at the feet it's standing on. It's like when you're having a computer, you have these 4 rubber-like or plastic feet underneath it. I think that's something similar, maybe. Maybe this is just a natural creation of formation, but it doesn't look like that to me. There is another little odd, weird feature that is very, very small, but you can miss it when I'm pointing at it. Take a look at this one here. a little square box, 90-degree angles, and something. Yeah, it's okay to laugh when I say this, because this is not what I'm saying, but it reminds me of an old-fashioned way of detonating dynamite on, with the little box with the hangry button you pull down, and then there's a wire to the dynamite that explodes, just like in the old Western movies. It is not. I cannot believe it's such a thing, but it reminds me of it when I'm looking at it. So just to be honest. But again, this is so small. This would be less than a centimeter from one side, and a centimeter from this side to here, and same here. So this is very, very small. So what are we looking at? The same with this frame here. It's weird. Here we see it from a little distance. But anyway, let's move on, because there is an object over here, also interesting. My first thought was actually that this object laying here, it looks metallic. I'm not saying it is. It could just as well be a carved rock or something, or a part of a some mechanical or an engine, or a cast iron. You know, if any one of you have been working with cast irons, or have had some old mopeds or motorbikes where the engines were made of cast iron, you know how it looks when it breaks, or you smash it or break it apart. And this reminds me a little bit of that. But to come back here to what I was saying before, is that this object here looks like it could have been a part of this object here, or this object over here. I'm not stating anything, but it just look suspicious to me, and I do think this one was a part of this one over here. I'm not 100% sure. There are so much in this image, I can't go through it all now, because then it would take too long time to go through it. Notice this little object over here. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit again. I'm going back. See how close we can get here. Again, these 90-degree angles everywhere. Straight lines, straight line, straight line, straight line, 90-degree angles. This is I cannot believe this is an artificial created object, and it looks like it's been hollowed out from the inside. Looks like it's been carved in, you know. And I do wonder about all this grey stuff. What are we looking at? What is it? But we have another object here I would like you to take a look at. I'm just gonna zoom out. And this is an odd one. This is the object. I'm just gonna go all around all the edges of it. This looks odd and out of place. And I want you to notice this little pipe. We're coming back to that later. Tube or pipe or whatever it might be. This is the object. And what's odd about this is it looks like a rock. It probably is a rock. But it's... Notice the shadow here from it. What's weird about it is that my first thought was that if this is an upright standing object made of dust and sand and erosion, whatever, with all the dust twisters, dust storms, harsh weather on Mars, wouldn't we believe that small stuff that might not be weighing a lot would be tipped over and be laying down now after thousands of years laying outside? I was just wondering, how come this object be upright standing? Maybe it is a part of a rock. It looks like it's attached here, but it doesn't look like it's attached here. It looks like it's resting on something here. But to come back to the other object here, look at this little pipe, tube object, round object. Let's see how close we can get on that. I think we can't get any closer than that. Then tell me, what are we looking at? And how was this object created if it's natural? It does look like some pipe or tube of a kind. I don't know about this one. This is an interesting one. Really interesting. As I said before, there is a lot to look at in this image. I can't go through it all. There is a round object looking like a coin size, small coin size object. Small wheel, bearing wheel. I don't know. But go check out the link to this image. This is from the Mars Handlens imager. Sorry if I just could speak. This is another one of the objects we had in before. And this corner is getting a little bit out of focus up here, and this is the object we had up before. This is a great image to study. This was the one we were looking at before. It's a great one. It's a great one. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, go check out the link and leave a comment in the comment box on YouTube or Facebook and tell me what you think we are looking at here. Is it just natural formation, all of it? Or is it some alien artifacts we are looking at? Tell me what you think. Until we see us again, take care. Bye.